EA Sports. It's in the game.
Here we are at Worcester for the exhibition match between the All-Stars and England. So the outcome is that England have elected to field. Most captains would have chosen to bat, but it might be worth a gamble. We have a lovely day here today, hot and sunny, just a few clouds dotted around, and it's a beautiful blue sky. Joining me in the commentary box for this match is Jim Maxwell. You were out in the middle earlier, Jim. How did the pitch look then?
Thanks, Richie. This pitch is perfect for batting. Hard and true. The ball should come onto the bat perfectly and enable the batsmen to really go for their shots. It could be a long match for the bowlers.
A big audience is waiting to welcome these two sides onto the field. So let's take a look at the teams. Here's the lineup for the All-Stars: Tendulkar, Jayasuriya, Ponting, Lara, Flower, Bevan, Gilchrist, Pollock, Muralitharan, Bond and McGrath. And here's the lineup for England: Trescothick, Solanki, Vaughan, McGrath, Flintoff, Clark, Reid, Giles, Kirtley, Johnson and Anderson. The All-Stars are about to start their innings. Tendulkar facing.
Run!
There's the first runs of the day for the All-Stars. Clark is after it. There'll be runs here. Jayasuriya sending him back. Four runs to Tendulkar. Magnificently cut away for four by Tendulkar.
It's tough for the bowlers on a pitch like this, as there really is no margin for error.
Tendulkar waiting at the striker's end. That's four more. A perfectly timed shot for four.
He cut that away with great power, but also good control. Almost the perfect square cut.
Tendulkar facing. Ten runs were picked up from that over by Tendulkar.
The openers will be looking to take advantage of the fielding restrictions early on.
Anderson to Jayasuriya. Clark is not going to reach that. That's the first boundary for Jayasuriya.
That looked like 4 the moment he struck it.
Jayasuriya waiting at the striker's end. Stopped in the covers. Anderson to bowl to Jayasuriya. That's been given as a wide.
There are stricter rules on wides in one-day cricket, so you need to be careful not to drift down the leg side.
Jayasuriya facing.
Run!
A single to Jayasuriya. That's a superb shot.
Yes, that was a lovely shot. He will have enjoyed that one.
Anderson to bowl to Tendulkar. Four more to Tendulkar. Cut that one with great power.
He picked his spot well there, a glorious boundary.
That over cost 14 runs. Kirtley at the start of his run-up. Stopped by Solanki. Kirtley continues. He smashed that away. Super shot by Jayasuriya.
That was a poor ball and it got the treatment it deserved.
Jayasuriya facing. He's got it into the gap.
He must have been sleeping in the field when that ball was hit at him.
That's cut off by Giles. That's 2 more runs on. I think he was easily back in the crease there. Kirtley continues. Well taken.
Well done, the fieldsman. He really backed up the bowler's effort.
Kirtley gets his first wicket. This was the end of the innings for Jayasuriya. Jayasuriya makes his way back to the dressing room. The next batsman in is the right-handed Ponting. Kirtley to Ponting. Ponting waiting at the striker's end. Clark is after that one. There's just one there. 3 runs came from that over.
The All-Stars are really taking the attack up to the bowlers, and the run rate reflects this.
Anderson to bowl to Ponting. Anderson continues. It's straight at the Vaughan. Ponting waiting at the striker's end. Oh, comprehensively bowled.
He totally deceived him with that delivery, and it beat him all ends up.
Anderson gets his first wicket. Let's take a look at that in slow motion. So then, that's the end of Ponting. Lara comes in at number 4. Wide ball signalled by the umpire.
You can't get away with any width in one-day cricket because the umpire will call you for a wide.
Lara facing. Hit straight to a fielder.
That was a really good over. He didn't give anything away.
Tendulkar waiting at the striker's end. That's cleared the infield. Tendulkar very quickly onto that one.
Well, he just got away with it. Risky shot. I'd recommend keeping the ball on the ground at this stage.
Kirtley continues.
The bowler needs to avoid giving away boundaries, so he must keep it tight.
Kirtley to bowl to Tendulkar. Hit straight to a fielder. Kirtley continues. He's taken the aerial route there. 4 runs. Kirtley is not impressed.
What a clever piece of batting. He picked a safe area and just lifted it over the infield.
Kirtley to Tendulkar. That's been given as a wide. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. Curtly continues. It's straight at Clark. Tendulkar waiting at the striker's end. It's beaten the fielder, but it won't go all the way. Another run to Tendulkar. And the end of the over.
England can't afford to give away that many runs.
That's over the infield and racing away for 4. The 50 is up for the All-Stars.
He really needs to concentrate on line and length right now to keep the runs down.
The score is now 2 for 52. Anderson to Tendulkar. Tendulkar facing. Cut away. The batsmen changed their mind. 2 now for 53. Anderson continues. Shot. A perfectly timed shot for 4.
That was a really good shot. He looks in top form out there.
Anderson continues. Curtly is after it. There should be some runs here. Lara has said no to another run. Just one run. 11 runs were picked up from that over by Tendulkar. There it goes. Giles is in pursuit. Giles couldn't quite reach it. Two more for Tendulkar. The All-Stars have taken their total on to 2 for 62. Curtly to Lara. Curtly continues. Picked up very early by Lara.
The bowlers really need to keep it tight at this stage of the match.
Lara waiting at the striker's end. Ouch, that must have hurt.
The bowlers certainly got the batsman hopping around out there.
Curtly with the final ball of his spell. He goes over the top. Super shot by Lara.
What a good placement. No one at home, over the top for 4.
That over cost 10 runs.
That was an expensive over for England.
That's good bowling.
Yes. Run it. Go.
Tendulkar, I think he was easily back in the crease there. Anderson to bowl to Lara. Lara facing. That's gone high in the air. Giles is chasing that one, but it'll drop safely. Giles out at long on. That's a good call from Lara. Pushed into the gap. That takes his score to 19.
He should be looking to bowl a tighter line at this stage.
Anderson continues. Gone over the top with that, and it looks like 4 runs. Lara has moved into the 20s and is starting to look far more relaxed.
Well, he just got away with it. Risky shot. I'd recommend keeping the ball on the ground at this stage.
12 overs are left in the innings. Flintoff is after that one.
Yes. Go.
That's a good call from Tendulkar.
Yes. Go.
Lara sending him back. Tendulkar facing. He's got that one over the infield and away for 4. Partnership between these two is now worth 52.
Well, he just got away with it. Risky shot. I'd recommend keeping the ball on the ground at this stage.
Johnson to Tendulkar. Stopped by Clark. 11 overs are left for the All-Stars.
A good mix of hitting and controlled strokes here today by the All-Stars.
Giles to bowl to Lara. Lara waiting at the striker's end. Giles to Lara. Lara waiting at the striker's end. Giles to bowl to Lara. Four bowlers have now been used by Vaughan.
That's a superb over. Now the pressure will be on the batsman to score some runs.
Johnson to bowl to Tendulkar. Tendulkar facing. That's a huge six. Tendulkar has scored 50 off 32 balls.
He smashed that a long way. Great to watch for the neutral, but the bowler won't be too happy.
Johnson continues.
Yeah.
One run to Tendulkar.
Go!
The batsmen change their mind. The All-Stars move on to 95. There it goes. Clark is chasing that one. A good catch from Clark.
That went up miles. It had snow on it by the time it came down.
Johnson gets his first wicket. This was the end of the innings for Tendulkar. So then, that's the end of Tendulkar.
Excellent innings there. I really enjoyed that.
Eight runs came from that over.
This quick run rate will ensure they set the opposition a big target, as long as this can last the innings.
Flower waiting at the striker's end. Giles to bowl to Flower. Giles continues. Giles to Flower. Johnson is in pursuit, turned off his hips. Hit straight to a fielder. There's just one there. A very good over. Only one offered in the end. Flower facing. McGrath is after that one. An easy single there to Flower. Johnson, the ball to Lara. Johnson continues.
Run! No!
Hit straight at Trescothick. Johnson continues. Johnson to Lara. A very good over. Only one offered in the end. Flower waiting at the striker's end.
He must have been sleeping in the field when that ball was hit at him.
Flower has said no to another run.
That could prove very costly later in the match.
That moves the score in. He looked as if he was home to me. Lara facing. Stopped in the covers. Giles to bowl to Lara. Giles continues. Three runs came from that over for the All-Stars. That brings up the 100 for the All-Stars. Johnson had the batsman in trouble with that one. That's over the rope. 6 runs off Johnson. That brings up the 100 for the All-Stars.
Exciting stuff. He took a risk but was well rewarded as the ball disappeared over the fence.
Johnson to bowl to Lara. Clark is after it, forced off the back foot. Fielded on the boundary by Clark. The batsmen changed their mind. Johnson with the final ball of his spell. And the end of the over. Lara to face an over of spin. Hit straight to a fielder. Giles continues. Giles to Lara. Lara facing. Well, that has to be close. He's asking for the third umpire. He's got the green light. He's safe. The All-Stars are 3 for 109. He didn't quite get hold of that one properly. That was athletic fielding by Kirtland. It's a good call from Flower. The score is now 3 for 110. Giles to bowl to Lara. A very good over. Only 2 off it in the end. Hit straight at Clark. Flower facing. Flintoff to Flower. That could be a very painful blow.
That was good bowling. Just the odd bouncer to keep the batsman on his toes.
Flintoff to bowl to Flower. Flower waiting at the striker's end. McGrath is after it. Just 1 run. He's taken the aerial route there. 4 runs. Flintoff is not impressed.
The bowlers really need to keep it tight at this stage of the match.
5 bowlers have now been used by Vaughan. Oh, that is an excellent shot by Flower. Flower moves into double figures with those runs.
Cracking shot. He's in great form.
Clark to Flower.
Yes! No!
Flower facing. Flower waiting at the striker's end. Clark to bowl to Flower. Picked up very early by Flower.
The bowler needs to avoid giving away boundaries, so he must keep it tight.
The All-Stars have taken their total on to 3 for 123.
Yes! No!
Stopped by Solanki. 8 runs were picked up from that over by Flower. Flower waiting at the striker's end. Over the top and away for 4. Played that with superb timing.
What a clever piece of batting. He picked a safe area and just lifted it over the infield.
Flower facing. Clark is after that one. Hit straight to a fielder. One run to Flower. Clark is in pursuit.
No! Yes! No!
Stopped by Clark. Flintoff to Lara.
Yeah!
He's cleared the infield. 4 runs. Super shot by Lara.
Well, it was in the air, but there's no one there. No risk.
Flintoff to Lara. That over cost 10 runs. That's been given as a wide.
He's consistently bowling wide and really needs to sort out his line.
Flower waiting at the striker's end. Gone, caught.
Well, he just picked the fielder out perfectly with that shot.
Clark gets his first wicket. This was the end of the innings for Flower. Flower scored 19 runs from 28 balls. Flintoff is chasing that one. There's just one there. Ouch, that must have hurt.
That looks like it hurt him a bit. Don't show any pain, just get on with it.
Clark continues. That's cleared the infield. Lara very quickly onto that one.
He should be looking to bowl a tighter line at this stage.
They have 6 wickets in hand. Clark to Lara. And over and 4 runs. That brings up his half century.
What a good placement. No one at home, over the top for 4.
At the end of the innings, the All-Stars have scored 4 for 143. England require 144 to win. Bond is switching to round the wicket.
Yes.
Beautifully played. Bond to bowl to Trescothick. That's gone way into the stands. 6 runs. Trescothick absolutely smashed that for 6.
Well, you can't set fields for shots like that. That's brilliant.
Run.
That's over the infield and racing away for 4. Super shot by Trescothick.
What a clever piece of batting. He picked a safe area and just lifted it over the infield.
Trescothick facing.
Yes.
There should be some runs here. The sweeper picks up. Just 1 run. Solanke waiting at the striker's end. That's been given as a wide.
The umpires are pretty strict on wide deliveries in one-day cricket, so you need to keep the ball pretty straight.
Stopped by Ponting. 15 runs were picked up from that over by Solanke. The required run rate is around 6.5 and over.
That was an expensive over for the All-Stars.
Trescothick is now facing. Oh, that's gone a long way. Well, the bowler won't like that one little bit.
It doesn't really matter if it goes in the air if you hit it that far.
Trescothick facing. That's over the rope. 6 runs off Jayasuriya. Jayasuriya won't like that at all.
Well, he really hit that a long way. Exciting stuff.
Jayasuriya to bowl to Trescothick. He's really given that a whack. 6 runs.
What an effortless shot. Brilliant.
Jayasuriya to Trescothick. Played off the back foot. Picked up very early by Trescothick. Trescothick facing. The batsman will have to run these. That was athletic fielding by Bond. A single to Trescothick. And the end of the over. The required run rate is around 5.5 and over. McGrath at the start of his run-up. Steered expertly into the gap. Shot that is beautifully played. Trescothick very quickly onto that one.
The bowler can't have too many complaints about seeing that ball disappear to the boundary.
Trescothick waiting at the striker's end. Might just go all the way to the rope. McGrath is not impressed.
He played that shot perfectly.
Trescothick waiting at the striker's end. Cleared the infield, 4 runs. The 50 is up for England.
He picked that up nicely, and it's got him 4.
McGrath to Trescothick. The All-Star England will be pleased with the start to the innings. Goes over the top. That takes Trescothick to 54.
He hit that over the field superbly.
Trescothick facing. He's got hold of that one out of the ground. Partnership between these two is now worth 60.
He hardly seemed to hit it, but it's gone for 6.
McGrath to bowl to Trescothick. And over and 4 runs. That takes his score to 64.
What a good placement. No one at home, over the top for 4.
And the end of the over. The required run rate is around 4.5 and over.
That was an expensive over. He'll need to improve if he wants to stay in the attack.
was a no ball by Tendulkar. Hit straight to a fielder. Tendulkar to bowl his leg spin. It's in the air, but it's 4 runs. That's the first boundary for Solanki.
A bit uppish, but safe enough. 4 runs.
Solanki waiting at the striker's end. Jayasuriya is after that one. Solanki just guides the ball down to third man. Hit straight at Jayasuriya. 1 run to Solanki. Tendulkar to bowl his wrist spin.
Run.
That's over the rope. 6 runs off Tendulkar.
The bowler can't believe it, but it is out of the ground. 6 runs.
Tendulkar to Truskothic.
Run.
That's over the rope. 6 runs off Tendulkar. This partnership is now 81.
The bowler doesn't look too happy about it. There might be a little bit more in the next one.
Tendulkar to bowl his wrist spin. He smacked that over the top and been rewarded with 4. Truskothic will be eyeing his century now.
Well, it was in the air, but there's no one there. No risk.
That over cost 18 runs. The required run rate is around 3.5 and over.
The All-Stars need to keep it tighter than that.
Solanki facing. Flower is after it. Flower out at long off. There's just one there. That's a fantastic strike. Truskothic absolutely smashed that for 6.
Well, you can't set fields for shots like that. That's brilliant.
Muralidharan to Truskothic. Truskothic waiting at the striker's end. And 6. Truskothic moves into the 90s.
He smashed that a long way. Great to watch for the neutral, but the bowler won't be too happy.
15 overs are left in the innings. The required run rate is around 2.5 and over. Play it away with comfort. Great shot by Solanki. That takes the partnership between these two batsmen past 102. They've batted really well.
The bowlers really need to keep it tight at this stage of the match.
Solanki facing. That's been given as a wide.
Yeah.
That's over the rope. 6 runs off Bond.
Well, he just picked that right off his nose and smashed it over the boundary. Thrilling to watch.
Bond to Solanke. Stopped by McGrath. Bond continues. Stopped by Ponting. Bond to bowl to Solanke. That's racing away for 4. Played with a beautifully straight bat.
That was good batting. He picked his spot, didn't try to smash it, just stroked it through the gap.
Solanke waiting at the striker's end.
Yeah.
That's racing away to the cover boundary. He found the gap with precision.
The batsman wasn't going to miss that opportunity. He was on it in a flash.
18 runs came from that over by Bond. The required run rate is around 1.5 and over.
That was an expensive over for the All-Stars.
That must be close. The umpire raised his finger and he's out.
A difficult decision for the umpire there.
Muralitharan gets his first wicket. This was the end of the innings for Trescothick. Trescothick is making his way back to the pavilion.
He played so well, but he had a century within reach. He'll be really disappointed.
Vaughan is the new batsman for England. Hit straight at Bevan. Vaughan facing. Hit straight to a fielder. Muralitharan to continue with his off-spin. Flower is in pursuit. Fielded by the man at long on. Just 1 run. Gone, caught.
It might have looked easy, but it wasn't.
Muralitharan gets his second wicket. This was how the wicket fell. Solanke has gone for 24.
That's a shame. I was enjoying watching him bat, but I imagine his captain will be even more disappointed.
The next batsman in is the right-handed McGrath. Steered expertly into the gap. An easy single there to Vaughan. 2 runs were picked up from that over by Vaughan. The required run rate is around 1.5 and over. The All-Stars have changed their field. Hit straight to a fielder. McGrath continues.
Yeah.
A single to Vaughan.
Yeah.
Cut away. Pollock doing the fielding. There's just one there.
Yes.
He's really given that a whack. 6 runs. That was sheer power.
Great strike. It looked like 6 the moment he struck it.
McGrath continues.
Run.
One more for Vaughan. Stopped by Flower. 8 runs came from that over. The required run rate is around 1 and over.
They've been riding above the run rate required so far. Good batting by England.
Yeah.
That's over the rope. 6 runs off Muralitharan.
Exciting stuff. He took a risk, but was well rewarded as the ball disappeared over the fence.
Muralitharan to Vaughan. Pushed through the covers. He's found the gap with that one. He was onto that in a flash.
It's tough for the bowlers on a pitch like this, as there really is no margin for error.
Vaughan facing. Hit straight at Lara. Muralitharan to continue with his off-spin.
Yes.
Vaughan was very quickly onto that one.
He should be looking to bowl a tighter line at this stage.
England won a narrow victory over the All-Stars. So to sum up then, England win by 8 wickets.